know what the opening is.
Do the opening.
I don't know what the opening is.
Come on, say something.
I don't know what the opening is.
Couch on Fire podcast. Do the opening.
Couch on Fire podcast?
There you go. That's what you gotta do.
Okay.
Well, hello there, Kristen.
Hi, Rob.
How are you today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great, too. Thanks for asking. It's not like we see each other all day. That's great. Well, hello there, everyone. I'm doing this podcast today without Alex because he is on a road trip, but he's doing a podcast with his fiancée. So I figured I would try to do one with my wife of many, many years. How do you feel about that?
That's great.
It's great. She is a woman of many, many words, people. So you're going to hear a lot of words come out of her end. We don't have video. Unfortunately, we just can't do video right now. So this will be a what? Audio? A regular audio. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah, Jesus. An audio podcast only, which is basically what podcasts are anyway. So Kristen, what would you like to talk about today?
Whatever you'd like to talk about.
Whatever I would like to talk about. This is the first time. You hear that? This is the first time. I don't know. Well, I would ask you questions about me, but I know how much you don't want to talk about me because you love me so much, and yeah, just like that. So, I wanted to know. There is a question that I don't know about you. I've known you for how long now? 8 years. Yeah. 8 years. So there's a question I've always wanted to ask you, and I never known. What did you want to be when you were young? Like, what is your dream? Like, what is your dream? What is your dream situation in life? Besides marrying me, what did you want to do? Like, what was your job when you were young? Like in middle school, everybody had like aspirations on what you wanted to do. What was yours?
I honestly don't even remember anymore.
You don't?
No, I know
You at least had one, right?
I know I did want to be something. I don't remember what it was, though. That's a good question for my mom, actually, because I'm sure my mom knows the answer.
Your mom know the answer for you?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh.
I know what it was.
What did you want to be?
It's silly now, but...
Well, what is it?
I wanted to train dolphins.
What the hell? You wanted to train dolphins?
Yeah, I actually remember one time, I think my mom, made me call the aquarium or something like that and actually inquire, how to train, the schooling and the training I had to do to become that.
So, first...
So that's what took me to Harvard Tech, because originally I went to Harvard Tech to go into the animal science program. Oh. And then I realized it was all about washing dogs and less about...
What, the program that Harvard Tech had?
Yes.
Okay.
It was less about, wanting to train dolphins. So...
Well...
Yeah.
First things first. You made a phone call?
Yes, I made a phone call.
I know people that don't know you, but I want to say this, that you don't like making phone calls on your own. You make me do it. Call them, Robert. Call them, Robert. You never like making phone calals. That's crazy that she made you make a phone call. I
actually remember the phone call. I was, in her bathroom. I remember the day.
Oh, you're probably pacing and so nervous.
Yeah.
And I have a fear of dolphins, right?
I know, I was going to say, that's funny, because that's, one of your worst fears is dolphins.
I have a horrible fear of dolphins, so that's just...
I've always wanted, I still do, I want to swim with them, so, I've always loved dolphins, and I know you...
It's starting to make sense now, because I think in the second year of us being together, or maybe the third year, we went on that cruise, and then we went to Tampa to see Sean. Right. Remember, he lived down there? But then we went to that aquarium thing, and...
Yeah, with the dolphin that lost his tail.
Lost his tail. They made a movie about him.
Yeah.
And I was so scared. But you look so happy, so it makes sense now. Yeah. I never knew this about you. This is crazy.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, honestly, until just now.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't even know what possessed me to want to be that or do that, but I don't know. I guess I just always, loved the water and... for whatever reason, I want to swim with dolphins. Maybe my mom knows more about it. I don't know.
Well, do you still want to do that?
Swim with dolphins? Or
no.
Be a dolphin trainer?
Be a dolphin trainer. Because, it's never too late.
It is a little too late at this point.
See,
it's a lot too late at this point.
Well, the schooling would probably suck. Because you're going to be, in your 30s and...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to worry about all that, but
I'd have to literally start over.
yeah.
But no, I don't. I haven't wanted to do it for a long time. The only thing I've wanted to do is swim with them.
Well, what was your backup plan? If that didn't work out, did you have a backup plan?
I didn't have a backup plan. Yeah. That's what took me. After I found out Hartford Tech was all about washing dogs. That's
And that's wash with an R, by the way.
yeah, wash with an R. In ninth grade, we had to do all those rotations of each tech area, and I chose cosmetology as, like, I guess you could call it my backup plan. But the only reason I did that was because I could have that for life. I didn't necessarily want to be a cosmetologist, but it's just something my mom still has hers, but she never pursued it either. So.
That's a good knowledge. I mean, you
Yeah,
cut my
yeah.
hair. I'm not saying it's perfect.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's great.
I didn't
It's
have
good.
a ton of options that I was really interested in, so
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll just take this trade. So.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. I didn't know that about you. That's something that, you know. See, I try not to ask you too many questions in life because I just want to, you know.
I wish I had something that I want to know about you that I've never known, but
Well,
I can't think of anything.
All right, well, here, I'll ask
Do
you.
you have it? Do you just have something you want to share
Well, see, all right.
that I don't know?
Well, that's fine. You know, well, we were talking in the car earlier
Yeah.
about how you're realistic and I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
I've had so many dreams in my life that I've wanted to do things. But do you know the very first thing I ever wanted to be or do?
No.
Because I know I've told you many, many times different things.
Well,
but
then maybe I will know it when I hear it.
Yeah.
But no.
I loved music growing up.
Yeah.
I've always loved music. It's a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be my own business owner. So I wanted to open a venue in Hartford County. I'm pretty sure I told you
know
this.
that.
Yeah, so that was
That was your first dream?
that was my first dream. Yeah. Well, honestly, I take that back. I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to open a paintball place in Joppatown, where I'm from. At the time, paintball was really big, and I think it kind of still is. But I wanted to do indoor because there was no indoor. At wintertime, you can't
Yeah, I
play
don't know
paintball.
why there's no indoor.
And I just thought, because there are indoor paintball places around, so.
Yeah.
And then after that, I had a clothing line that I tried to start called 8 Below. I had a penguin as the logo.
That's original.
Yeah, shut up. I tried. But then I think my big thing that I really wanted to do is open a venue for musicians, comedians, and all that great stuff. And I think the thing that really, it's just basically I just wanted to open a business. I think that's the biggest thing. I've always wanted to be.
You wanted to open a business doing something you loved, which was music.
Yeah. And I see my grandmother had a business. She had a deli, and I think that's why I wanted to open a business, because I saw the way she had a deli.
Right. Yeah.
And unfortunately, her deli, it was a bad location. It was like from Route 1 and
Yeah.
Business Route 1. I don't know where that was. Basically near that police station in Fallston that always says the overdoses and all this other stuff. You know where that?
Yeah.
Don's Crab's there right now. But that's where exactly the location was.
Oh, exactly where
Yep.
Don's Crabs.
Don's Crab's bought us out. So.
Oh, wow.
Yep. My grandma built that place from the ground up.
Wow.
So that was fun. That's crazy. I didn't know that about you. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if a lot of people didn't know this, but Chris and I, we used to live in Hawaii. And while we were in Hawaii, you never mentioned about swimming with dolphins. You think they have dolphins in Hawaii?
I mentioned swimming with dolphins in Hawaii.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I did. But we never did do that.
No. So when we lived in Hawaii, Chris and I lived in Hawaii. It was kind of like a weird part of our relationship. It was we were together, but there was still some obstacles in our way. We were still young, and we still didn't really know if this was going to be what it's going to be now. So when we moved to Hawaii, it was like
it was like a vacation. We were just by ourselves.
Yeah, so we were away from everything. We were away from all the old past, all the bullshit.
We ran away from everything and just were lost on an island by ourselves.
A very expensive, and we're still in debt from that vacation.
It was the best vacation I ever had, though.
So, what did we live there for? Like 8 months?
6 months.
6 months, yeah. So, it was good. I previously lived there before with friends. And then, so I convinced, I was like a little bee in your ear, just kept going, we need to go to Hawaii, we need to go to Hawaii. And you're like, I want to go, but let's go to live. And we just...
No, I think I wanted to go, but at the same time, back to I'm really realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm never going to go to Hawaii. I've never even been off the East Coast. Why the hell would I ever even go to Hawaii, much less live in Hawaii? So I think that actually held me back. Like, if it weren't for you pushing me, and
Yeah.
I mean, you do that a lot for me, which is really great. You push me to do new things and things that my realistic
mind
would never actually do. Because in my mind, I'd say, oh yeah, I'd love to do that, but in reality, I'll probably never do that. So, but it honestly was like the greatest 6 months of my life. I wish we were still there today, minus being so far and our family and everything. Like, I would have stayed there forever.
Well, going back to your realistic thing, I mean, to me, when you're telling me that, it doesn't sound realistic. It sounds pessimistic.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I think
realism and like pessimistic. I don't know. I just feel like it's like a really thin line that sometimes you walk.
It's all true though.
Hawaii is if you haven't gone to Hawaii, you need to go. Even if you're just if you ever get an opportunity to do it, it's a place. Now, it's not just like if you go there for vacation, that's good. Definitely do all the tourist thing.
Yeah.
But if you start meeting the people that live in Hawaii, I think that's really, to me, that's what hit me, the people that lived in Hawaii.
Yeah, I also think the non-tourist part of it is the best too, though, because you guys, you get to see more of the island and how the people there that you love so much actually live. And that's even better than the touristy stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. So while we're in Hawaii, we got a very expensive apartment.
Well, we lived in downtown.
Yeah, we lived in
the heart of the tourist central.
Oh yeah, well across the street there was a block party all the time, and then the other way was fireworks every Friday. I mean, it was just like definitely tourist central. So you said you miss Hawaii? You would want to go back to Hawaii?
Yeah, you don't.
I have this. Well, I talked about it before in a couple episodes ago that I have this fear of water now. Unfortunately, because a friend of mine did pass away. He drowned in front of me.
I feel like, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't notice the water there, but you don't think about being surrounded by water. At least I never did. I feel like I lived at the beach. I didn't feel like I was surrounded by water.
I think I was fine into that tsunami warning.
Yeah.
That scared the living shit out of me. There was an earthquake in Seattle, and the water just was like, oh, tsunami warning, we're about to get hit. And we got hit with a nice 5-foot wave. It was nothing, but people were panicking. They were leaving cars in the middle of the road trying to get up to the top of our island.
Yeah.
Luckily, our apartment was on the 12th or 13th floor.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is 13 floors in apartments, is there? Didn't they take those out?
The elevator number, there is no 13.
But there is a 13.
There is a 13.
Which is normal. It is 14.
Yeah, I think we actually lived on it.
Yeah. But, no, it's just very scary. I think that scared me.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Baltimore. I've always been a sucker for Baltimore. I was born there. I love the food there. I love the atmosphere. I love how ignorant people are. I love everything there is about Baltimore. So that's why it's weird to me that I've been in North Carolina for this long. Because I miss Baltimore all the time. I mean, I tell you all the time that, man, I miss home. Like, I try to, every now and then I said, let's move back. But, I mean it, but then I don't.
All the time, honestly.
I don't mean it, but then I do mean it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I wanted to leave Hawaii. Now, if I would go, to answer your question, if I would go back, probably, I would definitely go back. I don't know to live, though. Unless I was a millionaire. Because then I would live in the middle of the island.
I say I wish I was still there, but I would never. I mean, I would do a vacation there.
Yeah.
I would never go back to live there only because of family, and like you said, it's so far, just surrounded by water. I want the option to be able to come back to the mainland, and there's not. So.
Island fever. That's a real thing. That's definitely a real thing. So you wouldn't raise a family there?
No.
Would you retire there?
No.
No?
No. As much as I love it there.
Yeah.
I wonder if I went back, if I would still love it as much as I did, or that was just a really special time in our lives where we felt like we really needed that, and that's what I loved about it. But I I think I could be happy living by a beach because, like I said, maybe I just. But the culture there is just so great too. Like it's, like you said, meeting the people and the stuff that's not touristy. But I could settle for just a beach. I enjoyed that walking everywhere too, though. Mm-hmm. Like with that beach life, I think that's what I love.
I think it's crazy to me. Before I met you, growing up, I had a wonderful group of friends, and we used to go to the beach all the time, and I would just spend hours and hours and hours on the beach, in the water. I loved it all, but unfortunately, ever since you've known me, I hate being on the beach.
You hate it, and I hate that about you.
I hate swimming in the ocean. Like everything is.
You always say that people got the best of me, and I feel the same way about you. Sometimes your friends got the best of you because you would tell me all these stories about how. Oh, me and my friends, like, climbed Stairway to Heaven in Hawaii, and I spent hours and hours and hours surfing and on the beach and blah, blah, blah.
Attempting to surf.
And I literally get 20 minutes of you moping around on the beach, if that.
I'm sorry.
I get older, we were both different people, you know, and
I would have loved to met you back then. But then again, the type of person I was, I don't know if the relationship would have lasted.
We probably would have hated each other.
And like you said, like the first couple months of our relationship was great because it's infatuation. But then once you got to realize that I am an asshole and things like that, it just it happens. But then I agree with you. I feel like Hawaii definitely. I wouldn't say it saved our marriage. I don't know if we're married at the time, but it definitely helped our marriage. Mm. It helped us as
just our relationship.
Yeah, it just helped our relationship to where it is now because now, we work together. I don't know if anybody knows that, but we work at the same place. We don't work at the same time, but we do work together. But we're so open and honest to each other that other people think it's weird. Yeah. Like, they're just like, what? You say that about your husband? I'm going to tell him. Like, okay. Like, or like...
We've already told each other.
Yeah, like, I tell her 99% of everything that I do. I mean, so...
Y'all better watch what you say, because...
Yeah.
We'll tell each other.
Well, I think that's what makes pretty much a good relationship. But yeah, the Hawaii, I feel like I was obsessed with this TV show Lost. And there was episodes in Lost where they finally got off the island, but the island kept calling them back. Like there was signs that I need to go back to the island. I need to go back to the island. And Jim Dooley and Ryan Testerman and we all have this like bond where we would just secretly text each other like the island's calling us back. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like as much as I say I probably won't live back there again, I feel like one day I will get back to Hawaii. I don't know if I'll die there, but I will get back to Hawaii. So, I mean, it will happen. I don't want to say never because I am a dreamer. So, we'll see what happens in Hawaii. But the cost of living is high, and I feel like more people are moving to Hawaii every day. But then again, more people are moving everywhere. Like here in Charlotte, it's growing. So, yeah.
I'd be happy just living on a beach.
On a beach. Well, there's plenty of beaches here in North and South Carolina, and there's plenty of beaches in Florida. I was just looking up. I wanted to tell you online. It says like what's the minimum income that you need to make to survive in every state. Yeah. And Florida is pretty high. You got to make over $70,000 that own a house in Florida. Between you and your spouse. I
wonder if it's because...
they just put out this 2018 census.
Because there's a lot of waterfront, like there's a lot of lakes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
I think it's Disney World.
Really
I would want to live down there just because of Disney World.
Yeah, me too. But that just seems really high.
So, well, here, we're just talking about Disney World. Yeah. So, you took me to Disney World for the first time in my entire life.
I did.
And I took you to Hawaii, so you took me to Disney World.
Yeah.
And I think Disney...
fair trade-off.
Well, I thought I wouldn't like Disney World because...
Yeah, and you ended up liking it more than anybody, I think.
Yeah, I didn't think... Because I'm older. Yeah. Like, I love Nickelodeon growing up, so Nickelodeon Studios isn't there anymore. Like, there's little things I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this. But I loved it. It was great.
I know.
Like, I loved... Like, I wasn't... Growing up, I didn't watch... the Disney Channel, so I didn't really get a chance to enjoy Mickey Mouse too much.
Yeah.
But there was other things I enjoyed, like the Haunted Mansion.
They
like,
do a really good job. I don't know how they do it, but they do a really good job of making you feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk in, those doors, it's just a really fun place to be, and it's not even cheesy. It's just fun. It's just a fun atmosphere.
It's a whole new world. They just built I think it's in Disney World. The Star Wars thing is that Universal. I think no, it's Disney World.
That's Disney.
Yeah.
They just opened up Toy Story. I don't know much about Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure Toy Story opened up now or at the end of the month or something.
They're doing like a whole section where it's nothing but Star Wars land. They have hotels and everything. They're gonna have like hotels like they do with all the other places and stuff. Yeah. That's crazy. I want to go back.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I would go Disney World more than I would go to Hawaii. But
yeah, we'll do that. I don't know if we'll ever go back to Hawaii.
Well, someone asked me when I lived in Hawaii. I actually asked someone this. I asked them. I said, "Why does Hawaii doesn't have an amusement park?" And they were like, "Well, all the tourists. Why would they want to go to an amusement park when they come to Hawaii?" Which is understandable. But there's so many locals.
Yeah, they don't think about the locals.
Yeah, they just don't care. And the Pro Bowl happens in Hawaii, and that was a big event. But now they stopped that. Yeah. So. Like, what do the locals do now?
They force them to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they do love them some Las Vegas. I tell you. They do. There is things to do, but see, then again, if you're a local and you did it once, why would you want to do it again? Like, they filmed Jurassic Park there, so you can go travel. Yeah. You can technically go to Jurassic Park there. Yeah. But yeah, they should. I think Disney should do like a little.
Well, Disney has a resort there.
Yeah, but they should branch off. Then they should have a couple rides. They should have something to, for the locals, just for.
I don't think so. Only because then you'd say, "Oh, well, why don't they have that around the rest of the world?"
Well, Japan has a Disneyland.
They do.
Yeah, Japan, Beijing. There's a couple other.
They really?
Yeah, a couple other. There's 4 or 5 Disneylands out there.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God. Well, I'll show you. We'll look it up after this. I promise you.
All right. I was gonna say, I think what makes Disney successful is probably because they only have 2 places to go. So people come from all over the world just to go there.
No, they have Disney.
It's probably like something in Hawaii then, because they have just like a hotel, and they have like the little.
Well, no, they have
characters here and there.
So they have like a Wonderful World ride in Japan. They have like all the
really.
Yeah, they actually have like a real.
We'll look it up later.
They have
I've never heard of this.
They have Disneylands in other places, but there's only one Disney World.
Well, I know that.
So that
I know that.
They won't. That's something. One of those things.
I've never heard of that.
Well, now Universal has a lot of places too, because I think there's another. Because of Harry Potter, they have a whole section in England.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, for the Harry Potter.
How do I not know all this?
Man, you live in a bubble?
I do live in a bubble. You give all my information to me, and that's kind of scary, but you're my information source.
Oh, that is kind of scary, because I don't really know pretty much anything. So, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, anything else you want to add to this podcast? How did you like this? How do you think this went?
I guess I would do it again if people,
they're gonna
loved me that much.
Yeah, they're gonna highly demand you.
Yeah,
they're gonna contact me. They're gonna be like, "What?
Sure.
I want her on here again."
Yeah, not you, Rob. Just her.
Maybe next time, if we get the video up, we can actually have a video of you and your pretty face.
I doubt that.
What?
Highly, but I don't know. Maybe next time we can have something more interesting to talk about too, like a real topic other than just our.
Well, I think people wanted to know about. A little bit about me and your relationship, because I don't really talk to people about like the fun stuff like that to other people. Yeah. And I think that's it's good to know that like
we can take requests as a couple.
Oh, requests as a couple, because they're only special episodes, so
or a Q&A.
Q&A, yeah. Well, Alex is trying to work on something that's we have live. We're doing a live episode coming up soon.
Okay.
I don't know the details so much, but I don't want to say the details. But I know it's gonna be something fun. So
that's cool.
If we can do a live Q&A,
something like that. Yeah.
I know.
Maybe it'll be a one-time thing.
Maybe.
Maybe this will be my one and only.
Maybe until the people demand it. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see everyone later. I don't have an outro. I'm sorry. You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye.
That was pretty bad.
Well, say something
Well,
good.
thank you guys for listening. We really enjoyed doing this. And we'll see you again next time.
Why are you going away from the mic like,
We'll see you guys next time.
Sounds good. See ya.
Bye. I don't even know what the opening is.
Do the opening.